Namaste students. Today we are going to start a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Constitutional Design.
In this slide, you can see the first heading, what is a constitution. So what is a constitution? Constitution is a set of written rules that are accepted by all the people living together in a country. That means constitution is a rules, some written rules that are accepted by all the people living together in a country. The second point, it is the supreme law. That means it is a supreme law that determines the relationship among people living in a territory, and also the relationship between the people and the government. That means also determine the relationship between us and our government. Next point, it generates a degree of trust and coordination among the people. It means it creates a degree of trust and coordination among the people. Next point, it specifies the powers of government and how it should function. It also specifies the powers of government and how it should function. The last point, it limits the power of government. It also, what it do? Also limits the power of government and ensures certain rights to the people. That means the constitution also ensure certain rights to the people. Student, in the next slide you can see one question is there: why do we need a constitution? So why do we need a constitution? If you see the first point, it is written that the only way to build and maintain trust among diverse groups of people having differences of opinion and interest is to write down some rules that everyone should obey. We know in a country, lots of people, lots of diverse groups are living together, and these people have difference of opinion. Their opinion are not same. So we need a constitution so that we can write down some rules that everyone should obey. Next point, you can see these rules safeguard the rights of the people. Through these rules, that means through this constitution, that means the people can safeguard their rights. Next point, it is necessary to limit the power of the elected government, otherwise it may misuse the powers. We know in a democratic country, what happened? We elect our representatives. If we will not limit the powers of the elected government, then what will happen? It may misuse the powers. In the next slide, you can see the first heading is Struggle Against Apartheid in South Africa. Here, first point you see apartheid. What do you mean by apartheid? First one, apartheid was a system of racial discrimination on the basis of skin color which existed in South Africa. From this point, you can know that apartheid was a system of racial discrimination. On the basis of what? On the basis of skin color which existed in South Africa. Then second point, you can see the system was particularly oppressive for the blacks. That means this apartheid system was particularly oppressive for the blacks. They were segregated. That means they were separated everywhere. In the train, in the buses, in the parks, toilet. That means everywhere they were segregated. Next point, since 1950, the non-whites fought against the apartheid system. Since 1950, the non-whites fought against this system. They formed African National Congress, in short you can say ANC, for this purpose. Even the sensitive whites, those who are very sensitive, whites, they also joined this ANC to oppose apartheid. Next point, but the white racist government continued to rule by torturing and killing thousands of blacks and color people. That means those who are the white racist government, they continue to rule by torturing and killing thousands of black and colored people. This is one of the picture apartheid in South Africa. If you see this picture, then you can understand. Student, in this slide you can see Nelson Mandela. He was a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary or political leader who served as a president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. In the slide, the first heading you can see towards a new constitution. First point, as protests against apartheid increased, the racist government realized that they could no longer keep the blacks under their rule through repression. That means as the black people and the sensitive whites start doing the protests against apartheid, then the racist government realized that they could no longer keep the blacks under their rule through repression. Next point, the Nelson Mandela, the leader of the black, was released from the jail after 28 years of imprisonment. Finally, at the midnight of 26 April 1994, the Republic of South Africa, a multiracial government, was formed. From this point, we can know that on 26 April 1994, what happened? The Republic of South Africa, it is a multiracial government, was born. Next point, the blacks forgive the whites for the atrocities they had done while in power. Now what happened? The blacks forgive the whites for the atrocity they had done while they in power. Now both the blacks and the white decided that they will build a new South Africa which will be based on equality of all the races, on democratic values, social justice and human rights. Now they sat together to draw a new constitution. After 2 years of discussion, what happened? They came out with one of the finest constitution. In the slide you can see the first heading, making of the Indian Constitution, challenges. First point, India's constitution was drawn up under very difficult circumstances. The second point, the making of the constitution for a huge and a diverse country like India was not easy. That means we all know our country, India, is a very large country. So making of the constitution for a huge and diverse country like ours, that means like India, was not so easy. The third point, the country was born through a partition on the basis of religious differences. The next point, the makers of the constitution had anxieties about the present and the future of the country. Here we will discuss about the Constituent Assembly 1946. The first point you can see, drafting of the constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives. That means drafting of the constitution was done by an assembly of elected representatives. And how many members were there? 299. The second point, the assembly adopted the constitution on 26 November 1949. See, the assembly adopted the constitution when? On 26 November 1949. Next point, a drafting committee chaired by Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar prepared a draft constitution for discussion. It was discussed clause by clause through several rounds of discussion, but it came into effect on when? On 26 January 1950. Again I am saying it came into effect on 26 January 1950. That's why we are celebrating this day as a Republic Day. Here you can see the preamble of the Constitution. We all know that preamble is the soul of the Indian Constitution. I read out, we the people of India having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens. Here, we the people of India means the Constitution has been drawn up and enacted by the people through their representatives and not handed down to them by king or any outside powers. Secondly, the sovereign means people have supreme right to make decision on internal as well as external matters. Socialist means wealth is generated socially and should be shared equally by society. And secular means we all know in our country there is no particular any religion. We can worship any religion. Next, and another one is democratic. We all know India is a democratic country. Here we can elect our representatives. Next one is republic. Here republic means the head of the state is an elected person and not a hereditary position. Next, another one is justice. Citizen cannot be discriminated on the ground of the caste, religion and gender. Next one is liberty. We all know there is no unreasonable restriction on the citizen in what they think, how they wish to express their thought and the way they wish to follow up thoughts in action. Equality. We all know we all are equal before the law. The last one is fraternity. That means all of us should behave as if we are the member of the same family.